diaspora and its implication. So far as the origin of diaspora is concerned, it's a term from Greek origin. According to Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, Earth Edition, diaspora stands for the dispersal of Jews in non-Jewish community, in non-Jewish areas, their movement and travel for food and survival and for their existence. But so far as its broad implications are concerned, diaspora stands for the experiences and travel of a person in a foreign land, in a distant land, where he wants to survive. Today I would like to explore another angle of diaspora. So far as British and Indian literature is concerned, diasporic literature thinks about the writers who are surviving in the different country, foreign land, and writing their own experiences from there. It talks positively, or you can say majorly, the theme of diaspora talks about the safety concern, isolation, homesickness, nostalgia, and other feelings faced by a person in a distant land. To its base, to its core, diaspora stands for seed dispersal, and in the same way, dispersal of a person from one land to foreign land. Here I am to talk it in a different way. What I feel to talk about diaspora in terms of female life in India, the way the girls are being nurtured since ages in Indian society. Since the very beginning, they are considered by their own family members that they are not part of this family. This is not their home. Here, in a way, they are being prepared, nurtured, and matured so that they may face the diasporic challenges in a different home. I would like to say here, the day a daughter crosses the threshold of her house and enters the threshold of her in-laws, a new diaspora begins for her. And that diaspora and all the experiences is like a distinct land, different areas, different experiences, different people, different approach, different lifestyle, and she need to accommodate, adjust, and assimilate with all those people. So here, another dimension to diaspora and diasporic experiences can be said that Indian daughters, Indian women, or a girl in Indian environment, the day she is born and the way she is born or brought up, all is a preparation for a diasporic life, because she is projected that this home, the home in which she was born, it has been informed that this is not your home at all. You are in the exactly used term paraya dhan, beti paraya dhan hoti. This treasure of different person, and the way she is being brought up, nurtured. She grew up with the sense of alienation, sense of a feeling that tomorrow she has to quit and this home is not her own home. Later on, when she crosses that house and enters the house of groom, that house is projected as her home, real home, but in the practical sense, a diaspora begins there. Until we are not going to add this dimension to the diasporic studies, I think any study of Indian diaspora will be incomplete, because this is diaspora within homeland and they faces so many problems, so many troubles there. Sometimes they do not know that whether they will be, their parents will be asked for, or they will be said to demand money from their parents, or they will be burned to ashes, or they will be killed, or they will be tortured for dowry, or so many other things, what not, for property, and then that seclusion begins. So for understanding Indian literature, we need to look at the feminist writing in this way also, and we also try to think the way feminist diaspora emerges. And here the views should be open to that area, and we must look at Indian woman as a child. She is being trained that she is not, this is not her home, and as adolescent she is warned that today or tomorrow time of your departure is coming closer and closer, and you need to quit this home. And that home feeling, that a sort of renunciation and quitting and entering into other home and declaring that this is, she has to adopt, she has to wear the train and tradition and nurture it and lead the pattern of that life rest of her life. It becomes the part of diaspora. That diaspora study must be considering all that, and if we are not going to focus that angle, any study of Indian diaspora is incomplete so far. Thank you.